Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, good, good. Uh,
Nice.
I have been working on few side chains as well now. I started in Cardano, so now I started working a bit on Midnight as well.
Oh, midnight. Oh, nice. You want to tell me about it or
I, it,
what's
it's not much. Currently working through their examples, which they have. So I've started doing that.
okay? I had their documentation. Oh, I had their Discord server. Oh, yeah, documentation. So you went to midnight.network and you found their examples, yeah?
Yes, yes. Currently they have like one active, which is example counter, because earlier they had bunch of examples and all of them started breaking after the upgrade, like they upgraded the network. So
Uh-huh.
right now there's only one example that's working, so I have tried it with that.
Uh, I'm looking for it actually just for out of curiosity. If I don't know, I mean, how does it have any relationship to developer experience? I guess
Oh
I
no, no,
guess
I was just
it is. It is.
informing. Sorry, I was just
Yeah.
informing. It was something else also I found while working on Cardano. Like Midnight also, it is similar in the sense that I had easier time learning that because I had experience of Cardano, and uh, it helped me a lot.
Mm.
I was just informing about that. Like
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I was curious about Midnight because the use case seems to be quite cool. And I actually proposed a hackathon or like a mini collaboration hackathon at some of the communities on Cardano, and had mixed reaction. So I haven't had the opportunity to dive into it myself. Uh, I don't know. Should I look into it? What's your
Uh,
opinion? Is it interesting?
yeah, yeah, it is interesting. Like I was looking into Hydra and other Cardano sidechains as well because just focusing on Cardano is, I mean, not enough. I feel like for developers looking into the amazing sidechains that Cardano has
Hmm.
and offers is also a good thing to do. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's a cool thing and something, something that'd be cool to build. Because if, as you say, you try to build some of their stuff and it some of it works and some of it doesn't, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And so, I was reading Twitter one day and there was someone posting about open source culture, like you use it, you need it, so fix it and submit a pull request. And so, I look at things like this as opportunities to contribute and to grow my reputation and to, how, for example, I talked to Guy Moritz, from IMG, and he said, "Oh, I never had to apply for jobs. They come to me and they just ask me to do things." Well, wow, the guy is famous, probably, right? And so, but the fun thing is, I'm looking on GitHub for something, just for myself, and I find a new Vim plugin, and the author is this guy, So, yeah, he's pretty active on GitHub and in building some things. So, yeah, I mean, Midnight looks amazing, and I was looking into it before. If we could build something for useful for other people with it, would be amazing. Okay, we have learn Midnight, understanding technology resources, build, or developer tutorial. Setting up oh yeah, I looked at it. There was something there was you had to install some custom wallet uh, in the browser,
Yes,
right?
they have a Linux wallet extension, but it's not a
Mm-hmm.
global. Like it's a local build, so you have to download the entire wallet and then import it.
Mm. I wonder if I can do it at all, because how do? because I'm on NixOS, and there's, well, I have to try and find
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not sure if they have Nix support because personally, I have been sticking to just basic Ubuntu for longest time.
Yeah, it's a bit of a Nix sometimes gets in the way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I just wanted to update you regarding that. I don't have as such any questions regarding Midnight as such, so
Well,
I was just
thank you for coming and updating me. Nice. We have AI watching after us and looking for
yeah.
rate our conversation. I don't know what to think about it. But nice, yeah. I was looking, and thanks for coming and telling me about, reminding me about it. I wanted to go through the tutorial for Midnight and actually think about.
Yeah. So that was also one of my questions. Like, let's say I'm like exploring sidechains as well, and I have questions regarding those things. So, is developer experience for that as well, or is it specifically around Cardano? Like that's it.
Well, you can see it's like mostly developer experience working group is I'm the most kind of regular attendant, right? And so whatever I know, I can help you with. If not for Midnight, there's Discord, and I suppose it's the best kind of I think communication tool. And so if you have questions, for example, yeah, today I was working with Dimitar Dutran, and I ran into issue, and Discord is a good place to post because developers monitor these channels and they reply quickly. And so it's per project, right? Every developer team which manages any project, they have their own things, and figuring it out is a bit of a challenging onboarding. If you want to use Midnight, you have to be able to resolve problems quickly, and so you have to be able to talk to the Midnight developers, and they should, respond to your questions quickly. So you have to know where they are, for the moment, because it's like you have these apps open on a laptop or on your phone, but the other person, the developer or maintainer of the project, they may have different set of tools that they use, and finding out which ones are good for them is one of the challenges when we onboard. So yeah, for Midnight, I didn't try it yet. So yeah, try Discord is the most kind of straightforward way. Opening issues if they have a repository as well. But I struggle with this myself in a way sometimes. Like some problems are small, and I tend to report them on Discord, and some are bigger, and I tend to report them on GitHub. But this is mostly of kind of a matter of preference, I suppose. So it doesn't matter that much. I don't know. I mean, like, it's hard to have an opinion on that. That's what I mean. For Hydra, I don't know as well. I suppose they meet in IOG Discord. There's this IOG technical community, is a big Discord server with a lot of people and quite some activity there all the time. And only consideration I have is that, I can send you invite in chat. Is that sometimes I posted questions and nobody responded. I react in a way like, okay, maybe nobody knows. So some people say, oh, this is very bad and this shouldn't happen. I mean, just to be transparent, sometimes it happens. Asking questions, nobody responds. Happened to me many times. Okay.
Yeah, as such, I just wanted to listen in, but I guess no one else is here. I don't have much of questions as such.
It's all right. You die, John. Hello, you die.
Hello. My apologies. I'm pretty late.
Oh,
I think you both of you are more regular than me, eh?
The question is why?
Okay, I just suggested yesterday Aditya to apply for developer advocate.
Well, if we cannot,
He-
we should.
Why
Yeah.
not? Yeah?
Yeah, I think I should apply as well, just for just.
Please
Because
go
what you're
ahead.
told.
Yeah, and
I
for
did, I
you,
did what I was told before, and I got hurt. So I should do it my
Yeah.
way and still apply.
On that, I would say in serious note, you should apply, I think. And after the clarification, I think I should not apply. Though I wanted to, if option, then, but for me, the situation, as you say, a bit different. And I guess for Suganya as well and Bernard, maybe in a better or different situation. So for you, you need it. So why not? And I think they will be eventually probably fine that one existing one and 3 new one join. So it's better kind of in a way.
You think Saganya will not apply as well? And Bernard will apply for sure.
Yeah, Bernard indicated yesterday.
I don't know. Honestly, I struggle, reflect on what happened, and how we could have done things better. And how I could have done the things better.
Yeah, I think it's not reflection on that better thing, but let's accept this community-driven. Who is the owner right now? Everybody's owner, but nobody's owner. Kind of the things situation we are there. So certain decisions are made in a way where not everything is fair, right? So
Well, expecting fair is the first step to being disappointed. So,
sorry, I didn't catch fully. What was it?
well, if you expect life to be fair, it's the first step to be disappointed all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's I agree. So
Like, yeah,
start
I
with
actually
that.
was wanted to ask you about, we started work in April, and then in May we didn't continue, and I was like, well,
Yeah, no, that's good point. Maybe we shouldn't record it here, but
okay, fair enough.
we'll discuss separately. We are here to increase the developer's experience. Aditya, are you the developer?
Yes, yes. Working on Cardano and interested in the sidechain and Hydra as well as Midnight.
Okay. Tell us what did you do on Midnight and what was your experience? Maybe Alex also can understand as well as if he has anything to comment as well. Yeah, tell please.
Yeah, sure. So we were working mainly on Cardano, but required a zero knowledge proof. So instead of doing it completely off chain, we decided to use Midnight. So using Midnight, we created an circuit that takes two values, like a secret value, you could say, like a password, a username, for example, as well as another secret value, a user ID. And it would encrypt that and check it if it is a valid ID or not. So the encrypted IDs and these things are put on chain, and then you can do verification off chain, and no one has the data, the encrypted data available for them to view and those. So that was not possible in Cardano because if you put things in Datum, it is visible, so people can see what you have put there. So even if it is encrypted, it is there on chain, visible to other people. So in Midnight, we use that to just put the data there, do verification, and then just store the completely verified, like concatenated both values. So it's no longer like no longer like decryptable, just basically with simple strings. So we put that in the Cardano data. I mean, it's a bit complicated. I don't think I'm explaining it properly, but yeah.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I think so. What basically is saying that you use the Midnight for
For
the
ZKP.
GKP
Yeah.
part in your project where you needed GKP basically. Yeah. Okay.
I went to Midnight Workshop at the Builder Fest, and we looked at what it does. And what's the point? And I, so far as I understand it, it allows you to hide certain information inside the smart contract, so it's not publicly available.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, kind of. That's what I think he's trying to explain. Yeah.
In
Okay.
Karana, like the same information, like we cannot hide it. So I had to like switch for Midnight. It can be hidden off chain, of course, but then you're not really having immutability over there.
Hmm. Yeah, I wonder. People talk about how Midnight is one of the big steps, but then there's so many things that happen on Cardano, and actually, every time investing in one of the tools, making a bet, right? It's like, is it going to be something interesting that you can actually implement in a product, right? And so Midnight caught my attention for sure. Hydra as well, but there's a bit of concern that I have that. But I mean, much smarter people than myself invented Hydra and other sidechains like what Midgard, and we also discussed L2s at the Builder Fest. Was some fun discussion with Adam Dean and others about usage of L2s like Hydra and others for practical applications and what you could achieve. But yeah, Midnight, I think is an interesting idea. Just yeah, maybe it'd be interesting to maybe have some sort of experimentation or things that we could, you know, still if we are hanging out in this space from time to time, we could, in a way, show Cardano community, hey, like, look, we did it, and that's why we're great. You know, maybe do something for the team at AEC1 so that, yeah, I don't have the perspective or like, what's your take on Midnight? What I looked into it a little bit. I took some practical approach, but got distracted with something else. Yeah, but I'm curious about it too. Like, what's your take on it today? What do you want to use it for?
So, Alex, I think last time.
I mean, maybe the question goes out of the remit of the group. So, I mean, we were talking before about Aditya encountering issues, and so some of the documentation works, but some doesn't work as the software got updated. And so this could be potentially avenue that we could explore in a way that, you know, we contribute to Midnight, and then maybe it gets us compensated for this work. There's a consideration, and I don't think it's in the scope of Intersect, because every time Tex discourages us from, and I actually felt like, yeah, okay, I contributed to Amaro, amazing project, very nice to kind of look into, you know, and there's some things happening which gives me opportunities, but it's not core Cardano. So what, it doesn't count toward like developer advocates is not useful for what we do, and I shouldn't do it, and that would be really kind of counterproductive, because it's one of the projects that I can do something. So, and if I kind of actively avoid, then what's the point? And Midnight, I kind of now that we are not we are kind of on our own anyway now, doesn't concern me pretty much at all. And yeah, Midnight is a tool that I'm curious on.
Yeah, what my understanding, Alex, is that I guess given you know the founders and the people behind Midnight, they're working hard and they see their own future in the Midnight, and that would mean it will be more possibly prevalent in ecosystem. And when we needed to implement in one of the projects, right, the GKP, instead looking at the solution, we thought, let's look at it. And of course, initially with some challenges and talk to the Midnight expert and things. So finally, it's kind of working the solution. But I think their part is not yet in kind of testnet kind of the things yet. Kind of thing. So, and I think the testnet in a couple of months and mainnet in by end of year or early next year, I think. So it's going to take some time. That's the one part. The second part, I would say that with this, I think it will generate some opportunities and things like that. So for a person like you, if you want to see some opportunities, maybe not very immediate, but you can possibly align to see how you can benefited by the Midnight. And I think that they right now, my understanding, they're spending a lot of development effort, and a lot of people are working with the Midnight team to make it successful, basically. Of course, we are implementers, so we are kind of using Midnight. So, but I'm sure there is a kind of bigger team working on it.
Yeah, I'm in Midnight server, and I could take an action item to attend their meetings and run the example, because I looked into it, but again, there's so many things and what to choose. And so I chose intuitively something else because I like Shell, and the people who work with Nix and Amaro working with Shell is a lot of fun. Yeah. But yeah, I'll look into it for sure.
Yeah, just to share on the side while we're talking about this one, we try to implement also Veridian as a digital identity from CF, but we have possibly less of start there because I think that the system is not usable unless we can provide them ID verification authority kind of the things. So in our case, as you familiar with the the check-in, check-out process where that the ID need to be verified, right? The thing. So trying that if DID could be a solution to the things, and traveler can have their own DID, and then the ID of their things are kind of verified, and through the token, things can be all done without sending the documents here and there and all kind of the things, right? So that's the third part. Veridian or the CF team clearly said that yeah, you need to kind of have issuer and kind of verifier kind of the things, right? So as that will come back to us, in other words, and we need to integrate with some of the countries, authorities to validate that and use some API. So that's my plan. I have identified a few countries where we will implement APIs and identify IDs and things like that. So idea there is basically we don't want to take the photocopy of the PDF or copy of the your passport kind of thing. Better not to avoid that kind of thing. So if instead of that you can type some sort of ID number and not even our system even link that and the government system and that validate and government system give us the kind of confirmation or some sort of response number along with that this person name matches with this some of the information with the country of origin, of course, and maybe one or two more data, but mostly the name and country. And then hotel or the villa where they're making booking, they don't need to store the passport, right? Because that becomes the liability for them to store securely and things. So we're trying to build that solution for the hotels. And I thought Veridian does the magic, but I do understand that he can't solve all these problems. So we are yet in kind of bit of fix, but trying to use that kind of the technology, and I'm just looking around in ecosystem to use the existing stuff rather than building from the scratch. Basically, that's the kind of so that's why I looked at Midnight. That's why I looked at Veridian basically for the projects.
For Veridian, it'd be nice if you had maybe a presentation from some of the team. I met them at the Builder Fest, and we played with the application on the phone, creating a group and issuing a credential with the phone just there in the workshop. And I remember, I missed the introduction part. They were talking about, I caught just some pieces of it with the application and the framework. It relies on some kind of a certification or like some sort of a thing that regulates how organizations work. And so if you're doing stuff in Veridian, they probably, so I think it's a selling point is that it conforms to this standard. And so if I suppose the standard is internationally recognized, so they chose probably one of the like popular ones. So yeah, it's a
Connected with the, did not take necessarily the presentation. I can understand from the documentation what it talk about it. I'm connected with most of the tech people working on Veridian on Telegram. So Michelle, Willard, and all this. And Tian, I think. So all these people, I mean, they created a group with on Telegram, conversing with them.
all right.
Also connected with their CTO as well. So those things are not an issue. It's just that blockchain or this kind of tool have its own limitation to solve the problem, right? So it definitely is solving some problem, but not the complete. So most likely we're going to use the Veridian, but their main point is that we need to identify the verifier and integrate with the verifier, and must those verified stuff that can be stored possibly and need to be linked with the Veridian and the verifier.
So yeah, there's this thing is often mentioned that the use case for the app is quite fragile and often depends on the regulatory practices and just different from country to country.
Exactly, and our one is very much the real world use case, right? So we are talking about the identity of the person. It's very sensitive topic, and each country definitely have different identities. So, and when we are trying to verify digitally, then of course it has its own challenges, right? Without storing or keeping the images.
Yeah,
this is just to keep you updated. I mean, I think that's what Aditya and team, they are working on it. I'm aware about it, so they thought some of these things are there. One of the thing, high techs. One of the thing I was about to add from the text, what we said, and we need to possibly become a bit more structured from the next text dropped. So that we become a bit more structured from next
meeting.
Call. So I think that for the beginning for the next week or next call after 2 weeks, I'm proposing that we have Cardano India team and Aditya and the developers build one of this project, which I think you have seen before. Cardano VSC and Cardano PYC, they are the two plugins or extensions, you may call it. Those are tools for the developers, right? And now I know the Cardano VSC is complete. Cardano PYC is still partly complete, I would say. So maybe we can present Cardano VSC as a developer's tool in this forum. And I think my next intent target is to also publish the Cardano VSC in different places as a developer tool, right? In different repositories and wherever is the right place. I'm not kind of explored all. I did put some of these repositories in somebody's kind of tracking the Cardano code check-ins, so those what's it called, proof of Cardano, Aditya? Something like that. I'm not sure, Alex, you've seen it, that how many commits has been done by the different repositories. So I have added there some of the repositories, but I think CF also have on Cardano from the Cardano.org, that some of the list where we can list our tools basically. So those kind of the places, maybe these kind of effort need to be highlighted. So I'm just planning that will do, but we can present it Cardano VSC next one. Hi, Tex.
Hello. So I've got some good news, some fun news. Well, I got dreams and goals anyway, and would love to be. I will be looking closer at linking up the developer experience repo with the developer portal. And so what I mean by this is ideally I would love for the developer experience repo to be the playground, if you will. And so that way we're not recreating what the developer portal is. So I'm making some connections with those teams currently. I will continue to do so. But again, it's my hope that what you all are able to do and what the new developer advocates are also able to do and assist with is build things that work within that repo. That I mean, almost want to follow like Plutus Playground and stuff like that. I don't know that we want to call it exactly that, but I really want to make it a free space for people to come and develop and test things without worry or concern, and that way they can actually demonstrate some growth. And so yeah, that's my thoughts or
I have a
plans.
question here.
Yeah.
Because well, one of developers I was talking to, I hope you remember, because I brought him in before the new year, a young guy, like 18 years old, Sam, like I don't remember from where.
Yes.
So he posted lately on the Cardano forum that he developed some kind of a project, and I have no idea, is like some Cardano template project. The guy, I hope he's happy with what he did, but I mean, this is kind of thing that you're describing, right?
Yeah, any type
But
of,
it's in the Cardano forum, but instead of developer experience working group, so it kind of invalidates the whole thing, so far as I see.
okay.
So I'm just doing, do we have any way to kind of treat them more generally? Because if we try to do this all in one repository, it's very kind of, I mean, what are you asking of us? It's like it's a bureaucracy.
Sorry, maybe I'm misunderstanding. Can we go back through that again?
Well, I guess like the guy did what you asked me to solicit, but he did it on Cardano forum instead of the developer experience working group. So what should I do about it? Just forget about it and just it never happened.
What was done? I'm sorry.
Oh, I can find it. He did something that aligns well with developer experience working group.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what exactly was done that was shared on the forum. I'd have to take a closer look at it. If you can pull it up, let me know. I'm indisposed at the moment, but
you don't trust me on my word. I just tell you, like it was a decent contribution. I haven't seen like this in a while.
Okay. I haven't had any PRs to the repo, so that's another thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Should I ask him like, hey man, you should open the PR because it will help me look good? This is what you're asking me to do.
Well, it's more than just to help you look. I mean, yeah, if you get that PR through, yes, that's a positive thing for you. But the idea is can it be there and can it be available for everyone to use and understand? If we start building the developer experience repo and it doesn't enhance the developer experience because it's hard to understand, then that's missing. So anything like if someone's going to submit a PR, I'm looking for what is your project or tool or addition? What does it do, right? What does it show? And then where's your documentation that also supports it? Those would be three key things before I'm going to merge something in there for everyone to use, look at, refer to, test on, etc.
Well,
I'm trying to drop my hand. It won't let me. So
it makes my work harder without reason. So, okay, fair enough. You know, like nobody promised easy life. I just see like a wasted opportunity and I cannot keep silent. You know, I don't like it.
well, hopefully it doesn't go to waste. We'll see what we can do with it. And if you need my help, just let me know.
Yeah, I'm asking like, what should I do to make it, you know, to make it count toward what we are doing, to make it be recognized as a contribution. Maybe for myself, I don't mind.
I need to know what it is first. Are you saying how are we going to recognize a contribution to the repo?
To developer experience on Cardano.
Well, so the developer experience is going to be telltale, right? It means that we're going to reach that point where we have to formalize what it means to go through the contribution ladder. I mean, we're already getting there with other programs, right? But
Okay.
saying, hey, we've created an accessible program or repository that acts as this playground. The more people that we have there, it has GitHub discussions enabled, or at the very least it should.
Just wait. I need something simple I can explain to the guy, like why he would be motivated to go and open this PI. Because if I am doing this makes no sense. He has to come and do it on his own. Otherwise, it makes no sense. So I have to explain, like, if you do this, if you go and open this pull request, certain good things will probably happen for you, or not happen, or like some way that he would like feel compelled to do the work of opening the pull request and doing the stuff there. So what's his take? What's my take to explain it to him?
I can't give it any more weight than any other contribution in the Cardano ecosystem, if that's what we're asking. There's no guaranteed compensation for having done it. There's no promise of a job for having done it. We're literally just trying to improve the developer experience. So if that helps others learn how to develop on a certain aspect of Cardano, that's the reason for it to be there, is to make Cardano easier to understand for the developers without infringing upon its security benefits.
Well, that would work if I told him, like, add your tool on Cardano Developer Portal, from my perspective. But if I tell him add your tool on the developer experience working group, it's suddenly I don't see value for him, because all the developers, they go to developer portal and his tool will be exposed. But if it's in a developer experience working group, what is it being exposed to, and what's the point for him to like add and contribute to the repository?
If exposure is the concern, you know, I am accountable for the fact that repository is out there to gain exposure. I am not directly responsible for its exposure, because that's why we had you all run it and set it up, right? Well, I set it up, but that's why we had you guys build it out. So bringing people to that is not only a responsibility of a developer advocate, but it's a responsibility of any new developer in the ecosystem to say, hey, we have this free space to go and do what we need to do to learn and test without any implication whatsoever. Like, it's not going to harm the ecosystem for us playing around in this particular repo. That is the goal.
It's not, and it's not the only place. So if this place is going to be used, there has to be some way that the developer recognizes it's kind of, why is it better than the others? And that's what I'm struggling, you know, like, how do I explain this to him? Why in a developer experience working group instead of developer portal, or Cardano forum where he did post it? And I think he did the amazing thing. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He posted on Cardano forum. Just due to intersect and the strange way of doing things, there's currently no way to attribute it to the contribution ladder, despite it's being like to the spirit of the law instead of, you know, of to the letter of the law. So I mean, this is a developer experience issue. The guy did some nice work, and we are not able to recognize him because our system sucks.
Well, so why does it suck? Like, what else do I need to do, or what else is missing to bring it to that other level? So I'm not out here quoting and saying
that recognizes contributions other than developer experience working group. That's simple.
Right. So we're still working on our recognition and rewards program. There hasn't been anything that's announced or released on that yet. We don't know exactly how we're doing that. Intersect themselves are still trying to do different.
Solicit this. If there is no mechanism in place to make it happen, why are you asking us to make this work? What's the point? It's gonna be wasted again, and it's again shitty developer experience. It makes no good to anyone.
I feel I'm really misunderstanding the question, and it kind of feels harsh.
It is because this is how I feel, you know. This is how Cardano ecosystem treats, you know, like the developers here. It's like, oh yeah, I can do some stuff, and maybe it's be nice for you in the end, but no promises, you know. And then if you make promises, then suddenly things change and the promises are not kept. Like you told us, oh guys, you know, if you keep contributing, we will find ways to reward you. And yesterday suddenly, oops, sorry, this is not going to happen. Well, this is the developer experience issue, and more generally, like leadership issue. It's like it's not difficult not to promise things that you cannot deliver on.
So what does that say about the developer experience if we abandon this particular project and say, oh, well, it's going to be too long and it's going to be too hard and we can't get enough people involved or encouraged to do the work. So just go and use these other tools that are already out there that may not give you everything that you're looking for. But what's missing in the developer portal? What's missing with all these other quote unquote playgrounds that we could do differently? Right? I'm not in the code every single day. I'm a program manager. So my responsibility is to manage the open source programs that we have. I'm trying to do that to the best of my ability here, but in that program management, I can't just copy somebody else's program. And I'm not about to copy somebody else's program full sail and then try to sit here and say, oh, well, mine's better because of this, this, and this. No, I want this to be the developer playground built by the developers for the developers, therefore enhancing the developer experience. And it's built based upon what exactly is missing. So yes, it might seem right now like a very grassroots initiative, but because I have a little bit more, arbitration or say, it wouldn't be too difficult for somebody or even myself to go to open source committee and say, hey, we've got a code for us program. We actually need to compensate somebody for putting some initial tooling out in this developer experience repository so that we can, make this look a whole lot better.
So at least I can tell the guy, like, if he puts his project as a pull request to the developer experience working group, it at least makes it his project eligible to participate in the rewards programs that are being developed by the open source committee. Is it true if I tell him this?
We're in a situation where, unfortunately, we're looking for every opportunity to make some sort of promise or well wish. I'm not trying to not compensate anybody. I want that to be the case. I'm not asking about
compensation. I'm saying about advocacy. It's different things. It's like you personally taking the steps, to and staying accountable for ensuring that this project is being seen, and someone, at least talks about it and gives the guy, some feedback. Because this is what happened before. We had the developer experience working group before Intersect, and this is what happened. People came, oh, I'm going to show this project, and maybe people will give me feedback. And they come, and people from IOG come, from MLabs come, they just look at this project and like, well, I have nothing to say. And what do you expect then from good developer experience if people bring their ideas and they cannot have, any sort of engagement and interest from this way? At least, we owe it to developers to promise them to advocate for their needs, for the work that they done. And it doesn't require money, and compensation. It's just, I'm gonna root for your project and I'm gonna advocate for it in the open source committee. That's all what I'm asking for, and that I can tell to the guy, and hopefully, from my perspective, looking at his perspective, maybe it will motivate him to do this. And just asking him to make a pull request is not gonna do this. He's gonna say, yes, I will do it, and we'll forget it tomorrow.
So if offering that the open source committee would review that's absolutely within scope, and that therefore, based on the tool or whatever the PR's merits, that the OSC would do what they can to market it as a resource. Well, yes, that's I would describe that as a regular function. So it's possible I was misunderstanding how it was presented. But yes, in this case, yeah, the OSC would absolutely have an opportunity to review that, and I would ask them to review it.
So I guess that makes sense then for UDI also to add the projects as a pull request to developer experience working group, because I suppose the tools that are built and you're promising to bring for the next session, I guess open source committee is a sort of a better body to review it than the developer experience working group, because here the only person looking at the VS Code plugins will be myself. I'm using Vim, which is a different system, and I cannot use this product. So how I can review this meaningfully, So I suppose if that happens, I don't know, Udai, maybe you can comment on that.
Yeah, trying to understand. And I am definitely going to submit it on a developer portal on Cardano.org. And if I have opportunity here as well, I will do here as well. What can do? Yeah, I mean, I'll try, but I'm trying to understand it. Yeah, these are the developers' tools. So, and I think at some point of time, we were supposed to have the list of all the libraries and all the tools in one place. But yeah, the question keep coming, do we replicate or rebuild and all those things? So it is definitely tricky. My plan, going back to my initial comment, is that, yeah, that's something I'm proposing that next the same developer experience meeting, we can have maybe 20 minutes or so for explaining Cardano VSC, which is a kind of extension for developers, provide quite a few functionalities for new developers sitting within Cardano, Visual Studio Code, not going anywhere out. They just install the plugin, and then a lot of things which otherwise they need to go outside the Visual Studio and do the things they can do sitting inside that. So that's the kind of the extension we built there. I think it's a good match, and we should definitely do in developer experience group presentation, as well as if it can be added on the repository, it will be great. Good. So tax has been mentioned last day, was yesterday only, right? The attendance in this one has been quite poor. We had only Aditya coming today. He been time to time regular. I mean, mostly I've seen him around, and Alex has been more regular than me, but I think the overall attendance has been low. You can try to, we have taken the input from you to do on morning time. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
Good. That will be quite late though for you. We don't expect you to join, but it looked like you want to join. I mean, that will be what time? Like,
I likely will not join at that time, but if I'm unable to sleep for some reason or traveling, maybe I'll pop in here or there.
Yeah, that's quite odd time. Yeah. Good. The yesterday's meeting, is it happening once in a month or every 2 weeks? Because I think I joined yesterday after quite some time, so I lost the track with.
That workspace is every 2 weeks right now. I may go to a monthly, just a monthly where y'all are invited because it's optional. But
yeah, but once in 2 weeks is good. I mean, they were just checking. Yeah.
Well, I'll check it out. I'm gonna have to do some reorchestration of my schedule quite seriously once the new cohort gets going. So.
Yeah, just quickly checking, is the new committee, open source committee, is all on board, started functioning, or still handover things, or that transition is going on like initial setup?
So the handover period for OSC, I would also say for GMC and MCC, is pretty much complete at this point. It's all into the new committee bodies, but as far as work delivery and stuff, I'm still working on some consistent involvement. But that's it. It's all kind of play as normal right now, and who shows up shows up. So.
Okay. Good. And Tex and Alex, from my side, time to time update. I'm run a bit behind though on some of the things, but things like we have organized that Mesh.js workshop was very well attended, and this Friday now we're going to have a meetup in Kolkata. I'm expecting 20 plus developers to join. Many times, that's the number around we have. So let's see, but that's on Friday. So from my side, I'm continuing the effort with and without being developer advocate. Always there as a developer, do the developer advocacy. So that will be there. I've been a bit more weak on documentation. We have developed quite a few documents for training the developers here in Cardano, India, but possibly it's not sufficiently good quality to be shared publicly on developer experience groups. So I'm not yet published those kind of things there. Very basic or kind of to onboard the new developers. That was the mostly kind of the target. So, but I do understand that I need to work or maybe hand over that task to somebody else to work on that aspect. But overall, I mean, our mission to onboard more developers continue. I did ask last day that possibly not sure how many more developers we need in Cardano. Look like now quite many people got onboarded. But irrespective, when we come to the developer experience, of course, we need to improve the developer experience for even existing developer as well. So we need to continue working.
All right. I got to run, but good work on here.
Yeah,
Right.
we will hang
you.
for another 9 minutes, so just in case anyone join.
Okay. Thanks today. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Bye. I mean, we'll be around here, Alex. We'll be around.
I'm looking for a way out, but I'm useless. So unfortunately, I have to stay here, you know.
We
Still
will
on
be
the
around.
place.
Don't worry. I think that right now, I just wish that many problems get resolved for some more period. If the ADA goes $2, a lot more problem gets solved. So I'm praying for that. I
Well,
don't know the intersect or whatever committee and things. Everybody's on different kind of objective. These things. It's very difficult in this decentralized world to make the decisions as well as do the great stuff, right? Difficult, but it's not impossible. So time to time, we will see these kind of situations. So we shouldn't be disappointed, I would say.
well, we should be frustrated and angry from time to time. I read a book which says it's productive sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually,
Very angry.
one of the things that I missed through the advocate program maybe is just I wasn't clear enough and vocal in my feedback. Because when you tell people in text and you not insist, they kind of dismiss that stuff, Then when you almost scream at the guy, he kind of seems to. I don't know. I like to believe that, and it quite often helps. But yeah, when we were starting the developer advocate program. Before that, there was a meeting of accountants from Intersect, some ladies there, and I came and I said like, hey, look, you open this meeting and I'm gonna freak out. And they said, no, please don't freak out. So, yeah.
Again, maybe we have a few minutes, and Aditya, I ask again, do you want to become the developer advocate?
Yes, I would like to become, but I'm not as experienced as Alex or you. So
Experience is not needed. You have to just scream at people.
It doesn't matter now for us, right?
You advocate the developers. You just, tell other people what the developers need.
Yeah, now we told that you are too experienced, so they're just kicking us out, Aditya.
Yeah, that's what it feels, huh?
So you may be right fit, Aditya, if you want to. But there's a lot of time commitment, though. Huh?
yeah.
Yeah, but you get to
Sure.
work with interesting people here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I just wanted to ask, like, is Alex continuing in the developer experience as because if I'm applying, like, will he be still part of the group and then help? Because I feel like he has helped a lot of us during these meetings.
Thank you. Do what you see best. I will find a way for myself. At my age and experience, I have to be a sort of a product owner, and be able to propose features and things that get funded, And the fact that I'm not able to do this is my personal kind of, issue that I should resolve, hopefully on my own, with networking and just learning technology and stuff. So I don't think developer advocate program was initially designed to be sustainable. You have, like, I think it was the original idea to come in, be once there, and like the ambassador program only that CF does. They just kind of, you are a trusted person after this, in a way, a trusted person inside the community, and it maybe helps you, open some doors and make some deals and things like that. Be useful to your team. And you get paid for learning. That's nice.
Yeah, I would say, Alex, definitely you were helpful. Like, a lot of the questions, like, I and few of my friends had, you were able to answer that in the experience group. Thank you for very, very much for that.
Thank you for validation. It's like I'm, especially after this, I didn't expect this, but also they promised us to support us if we keep, engaged for the last 3 months. And I kind of it makes very little sense. This is going to happen, but I'm going to just trust to words at face value, And I'm second guessing myself quite a bit. So your validation matters a lot. Thank you. I'm happy that, all the 3 years here, just practicing and, experimenting with the stuff, it didn't go nowhere. And at least I was able to, be helpful to you and your friends and your partners.
Yeah, Aditya, we are not sure, and most likely that look like the indication is that the committee want to select new developer advocate, not the old one, and we can keep our title as developer advocate, but will be not paid one kind of the thing. So it's okay. But still we can apply if selected. So that's an indication, not really written in the rule. We were talking earlier, maybe Alex would apply. I shouldn't be not sure for others. So yeah, but you can apply, man. I think that timeline is in next another couple of days or so. So I mean, application is open. You should prepare and rest, leave it to the decision. If you don't get selected, don't be disappointed. And if you get selected, then do what you commit, kind of thing. Deliver. So that will be my advice.
And I'm not the person to give advice. I will just say, in my opinion, you are in the best position of 3 of us to apply. I'm not going to tell you what to do. So yeah.
Yeah, true. And we will be around anyway. If you need anything from us, then we'll be around.
Yeah, I was talking today to my friends and my parents about how am I able to make a living, just generally. And so far, Cardano is not that bad. It is quite uncertain and there's a lot of stuff, but overall it seems to be going not too bad for a crypto project, and life isn't easy anywhere else as well. So I'm going to stay here. I'm looking for a way out, but I still think that the space has things to offer.
Yeah. Good. They say the Cardano is there for the long term, so we need to hang here for long term.
Hopefully, yeah. Maybe it will pay off. Well, I'm committee seat for a year, so I can just show up to the committee meeting and say, you know what, I got elected, so screw you. I'm just gonna troll you there.
Yeah, you are now the prestigious committees. So well done.
Yeah, I told them that I still have no idea. There's a lot of documentation. It's really nice looking, And so, what have you spent all the last year just polishing your documentation? What the hell did you do? In this committee, guys. And I mean, I'm very like just prestigious but self-referential, and it's like, what are we doing? Oh, we are talking about how we're supposed to do our work. It's not very inspiring.
That's the starting of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, well, let's see what's going.
Okay, never is. It's time, Alex, and I think great catching up here.
We
Let's.
should post this video on YouTube.
Eh?
This should go for YouTube.
Yeah, possibly it will.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because I have some public speaking skills from me, and some conflict resolution from you.
Yes,
Yeah.
but conflict is not resolved though. It's a
Well, at least we didn't scream at each other, and yeah.
Good. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Aditya.
Yeah,
We'll
likewise.
catch up soon, sometime. Yeah,
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay
Yeah, bye.
hopeful. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye. Yeah.